Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be a great matchup between the New England Patriots and our home team. With that, we head out to Las Vegas. Standing by with the call, a couple of high rollers, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and our home team. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, they come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Patriots now on offense. Orchestrating the offense will be the top pick in the 2018 draft, and that's Baker Mayfield.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Now let's give you a look here at the New England offense.
And they come off a tough loss last week, and what's their reward? A second straight road game. Rarely are teams happy about scheduling. They're always calling the league office saying, how come we have this game and that game? But when you're coming off of a loss on the road and you go right into another one, that's a difficult task.
The 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On the carry, it's Wilkins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 12 carries, 57 yards.
And well-liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Mayfield on first down, finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. This is the first carry for Rob Kelly. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriots score. Rob Kelly, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. This is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. Get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
It was fun getting ready for this game, wasn't it? Because normally we talk to the coaches and the players. I think you and I asked to talk to the trainer to see how his arm is going to be.
A lot of ice after last week.
After last week's game, boy, what a performance that was. And you know who else is having fun? Receivers. Because they get a chance to do what they do best, which is go out and catch the ball.
Yeah, and that last week effort, he threw for well over 400 yards. The numbers there for Howard a week ago. He was, without a doubt, one of the catalysts in that victory.
And he can really be the glue that makes this offense go, because when defenders have to commit to stopping him, that just opens up more opportunities in the passing game.
This is Howard on 2nd down, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's got Curse. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They run with Howard. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. For New England, this is how they will line things up defensively. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
On the delay, it's Howard. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
A first carry now for Kenneth Dixon. And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit, thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's make these babies cry.
Now Dixon. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. On 2nd down now. It's Howard. Now Howard stripped. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now Carr on the bootleg. And he's able to find Diggs. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
Carr going to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jake Butt, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Brandon Coleman was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. A look at the defensive starters now for the Raiders. They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? To throw on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Mayfield now. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Hey, we're good. 180.
Play action. Now it's Carr. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Anthony Brown right there to knock it away. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot. Great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
They go play action here on first down. Ebron caught left side. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. On second down, it's Wilkins. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now Mayfield. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Carr, they'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there and a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Running with Howard. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36. A gain of about 4. On 2nd down now. It's Howard. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? The Raiders on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time it's 3rd and 3. That's caught by Howard. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
That's a real nice job right there. Working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Carr. And he finds Howard complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now it's Dixon. And he's going to take this down close to the first as he's brought down at the Patriots' 21. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. And this one, a 41-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it. And the Raiders pick it up. And an alley to run. Taking it right down Broadway. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
Carlson on for the PAT. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out comes Michael Gallup and company as they take the field. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well. And they're really excited he has no catches, but they're also worried. Because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Play fake. Mayfield. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Brad McDougal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
Derek Carr and the Raiders set for their next possession. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Weil. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Crowder now to return. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jordan Jenkins leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. To throw, Mayfield. He's going to find Gallup here complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilkins. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They were victorious over the Chargers last week, and now they work with a lead again here as they come up 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front. That's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game and they know it helps their team.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Carr, and his throw's going to be incomplete. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. Now Carr. And this is caught by Curse. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
You used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down. Carr will try it again on second down. He's got his man. It's Curse. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The Raiders on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Running from the gun with Howard. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
I wonder if they just kind of outguessed themselves a little bit trying to run it on third down. Probably should have gone to the air to try and pick it up. Instead, the punting unit will have to run on the field.
Here's Matt Weil now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Mayfield looks to throw. Ebron with it over the middle. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 25 yards that time. Here's Mayfield. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Mayfield now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A first down throw for Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Raiders pick it up. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On first and 10, Mayfield. This one caught by Crowder. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. So we have come to halftime in what's already a two-touchdown game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. They've gone to the second quarter now in Denver. It's the Chiefs out to an early lead over the Broncos. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Watch Mike. 180. We're good. 180.
On first down, they run with Howard. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4. On second down and 4, Carr. Evan Ingram was the intended target, but now it's third down. Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. From the gun, it's Carr. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. Fourth down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for Vegas. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Jordan Jenkins there on the tackle. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Jordan Howard and the rest of the offense heading back out there. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, four in a game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse, and it's 3rd and short. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10.
Back to you.
To throw, it's Carr. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end, but it's going to be 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Howard, and this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. On 3rd and short, it's Dixon. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape, and that is not going to get it done.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show Mom that he gets to play in the game.
Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for Vegas. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. throwing. Mayfield. Quick hitter here. It's complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you could actually be pushed back before the 1st down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the 1st down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That one good for 13 and a New England 1st down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you're throwing so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Mayfield now, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mayfield, and he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Mayfield now, perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. And again, it's Mayfield. And he connects with Ebron. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 22-yard line.
I feel for some of these guys nowadays because it is so tough to be able to run with these tight ends. Their speed, their elusiveness, especially when they run across the field. Because you're not just running with him, you're trying to run through some traffic as well.
This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. They go play action. Mayfield looking for the end zone, and that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now Mayfield. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. Hopkins' kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away, maybe that's the way they should look at it.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Now Carr. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Finds his tight end Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Carr now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Raider first down, 17 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Again, it's Carr. And this is caught by Curse. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Throwing on first down is Carr. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25.
You see me? You see me? They can't stop me out here.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Carr. And Adams has it, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Here's Carr to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Now Carr. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. How about the defensive stand here from 1st and goal, 3 straight incompletion?
Yeah, I think people are wondering why didn't they try and run it at least once in there. But once the first incompletion happened, it's almost like they were committed to throwing the ball from then on out.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Carlson is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that one. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
New England on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. To throw, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
Fielded at the 20. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Derek Carr getting set and ready to go again on offense here. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well. Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Carr. And that's complete to Adams. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Check. Lucky.
Out of the gun, this is Howard. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Now Howard. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end.
What down? You waiting? Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up. You waiting?
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 21.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Check 15. Check 15.
They'll run on 1st down. Howard. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
On 1st and goal, Dixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Kenneth Dixon, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone? We saw evidence of that on that play.
Carlson on for the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's Kenneth Dixon who caps it off with a touchdown scamper. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out comes Michael Gallup and company as they take the field. All right, so let's look at these numbers. I don't want to read the tea leaves here too much, but maybe he's in his own head a little bit after that hot start and the cool-off.
Sometimes that happens, and this is where you get tested as a player in this league if you truly want to be an impact player or a star, because that's what they're going to face each and every game. Extra coverage, extra people. So now, do you fight through it? Do you find other ways? Or do you allow it to affect you to the point where you're no longer an impact on the game?
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. On the catch, it's Crowder. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, Mayfield. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Going to the air again with Mayfield. That one complete to Wilkins, the running back. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Mayfield with it once more. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Mayfield now. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Eric Ebron, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit.
Remember the one-dimensional tight ends who just put their hand in the ground and block people? Well, if you're that guy now, you're probably a fullback in an I formation offense. These tight ends nowadays can do everything. Block, run, and catch. Beautiful connection for a touchdown.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Jordan Howard and the rest of the offense heading back out there. Responsible for well over 100 yards of total offense, but still hasn't found the end zone. You think that's in the back of his mind going into this drive?
It's always in the back of the mind of a player who's having that type of a day because you want that gratification for your work, right? You want that stamp on top of everything. But bottom line for him, he's doing great work. Sometimes it just opens it up for other people to actually get into the end zone for him.
The runners, you know, would they rather have 60 yards, 3 touchdowns, or 150 no touchdowns?
I think more than likely 150 and no touchdowns. But all the runners that I know would say, I'll take 150 and 3 touchdowns. They're greedy that way.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Carr. He's got his man. It's Curse. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
So into Pats territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They go counter with Howard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Again, it's Howard. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Into the red zone. It's Carr. It's caught here by Adams. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jordan Howard, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And finishing it off with a touchdown run was Jordan Howard. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes Michael Gallup and company as they take the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
That one good for 13 and a New England first down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Mayfield looks to throw. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Dominic Easley able to record his 5th sack of the season. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield, this one complete to Coleman. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. He finds Coleman. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Mayfield to throw it. Got his man there complete to Gallup. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the home team here, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for New England, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.